Okay, so I've worked out something that I want to quickly explain. I already did it to minimize my tutorial. Okay, so I want to talk about the accounting for the disposal of non-current assets. As you can see, yes, so the relevant items which must appear in the disposal of non-current assets account are as follows. So these are the relevant items which must appear in the account of the disposal of non-current assets. So we have the original value of the asset at cost. Okay, this item should appear in the disposal account, and the accumulated depreciation up to the date of sale, and the sale price of the asset. That sale price at which we dispose the non-current asset should appear in the disposal of non-current asset. Okay, I hope that's clear. So let's look at the two accounts which are important that I have here. So we will have the non-current asset account, which recorded the value of the non-current asset on purchase when it was first bought, on acquisition when it was first acquired. It was recorded by debiting the non-current asset account. Okay, I'm sure the double entry, you can still follow it up. I explained this earlier. So this is how our account is looking, and by the way, these figures are coming from the same example that I'm just from explaining. Then the disposal of non-current asset account will look like this. So basically, the disposal of non-current asset account and the non-current asset account, they are same and of same behavior. This is a double entry, the 35,000 kwacha, the amount the machine was acquired. Okay, so you debit non-current asset account. Even in the disposal of non-current asset account, since it's an asset account, we are saying that a cost will appear in the disposal of non-current asset account as a debit entry. So basically there's no difference, nothing like double entry happening between these two. In the actual sense, they're actually one and the same with the same behavior. Whatever you debit in here, it should also be debited in here, since it's also a non-current asset account. But this time we are saying we've sold this machine, we don't have it, so we are showing the cost of the machine, 35,000 kwacha, and then any other costs that we incur to this machine we also debit. That's the other cost, which is 1,200 kwacha. So in short, this is our value, the money we've spent on this same non-current asset. Okay, so now let's go to the credit side. What's happening on the credit side? Accumulated depreciation, you know that it's reducing the value of the debit entries because the asset is diminishing out of value. So to show that we are subtracting, it has to be a negative or a credit entry. And then the sale price, because we've disposed it off, we've sold. So the sale price, that's the reason it's appearing here as 18,600, the whole amount, not the disposal amount after subtracting the cost like we did in the example. No, the whole sale price amount is the one we are recording in the disposal of non-current asset. And then this normally, if we dispose it at the same value of this, it should balance without the balance carried down. Okay, but because we dispose it at 18.6 and the accumulated depreciation, these two they are not adding up to this. So the figure we are short of is a 3,600 kwacha. That's why we are calling it the balance carried down, and that's when our account is balancing. So when our account balances, and then the most important thing is having this balance brought down. Is it a debit entry or a credit entry? Okay, so we have a debit entry of 3,600 kwacha. Why? Showing that this asset is still existing in cost. Why is it still existing? Because we've made a loss. 36,200 kwacha in our example was a loss. Or I mean, not this 3,600 kwacha. It was a loss. That's why it's still appearing on the debit side, telling us we have the value on the debit side. Initially, we shouldn't have a value here because we've sold it completely. It's out of our hands. So we were supposed to have a credit entry if at all we made a profit. The balance brought down was supposed to be on the credit if we made a profit on disposal. If you don't understand the profits in terms of debit or credit, I think you will understand when you go through this. It's not that hard, but the best way to calculate either you've made a profit or a loss is following the same method just from explaining the previous method that I explained. Okay, so now let's go to the double entry. Okay, of these items here, the original value of the asset at cost, how is this accounted for? So this one, I showed it here. The double entry is going to be debit disposal asset account and then credit asset account. So initially in the asset account, okay, so you credit the non-current asset account, and then you debit the same amount in the disposal non-current asset account. That's for number A. And then for number B, the accumulated depreciation up to the date of sale. That one you're going to debit the accumulated depreciation account and then credit the disposal of non-current asset account. That's what is happening here in the disposal of non-current asset account. Accumulated depreciation has been credited. And then the other item, which is number 3, says the sale price of the asset. How do you account for that? The sale price of the non-current asset. So that one, you are going to debit the receivable if it was bought on credit. If it was bought on cash, you debit bank account and then credit the disposal of non-current asset account. Just like you are seeing here, the sale price is on the credit in this disposal of non-current asset account. So that's what I had for you. I hope it has made sense. Thank you very much for your time. It's Moses Piri, and the tutorial is prepared for Success Knowledge Center. Thank you so much.